Greetings everyone. I'm gonna do this Q&A now. To start this off, I thought a best way to inaugurate my new channel name would be just answering some questions that were sent via Curious Cat. I have about 19 questions, I believe, or so. Some of them were very thought-provoking, and I appreciate everyone who decided to ask me some. So I think I'll just start off with this very first one. Do you love eggs? Do I love eggs? I mean, I am an egg, so I'd expect to love myself, but really, I think I have a love-hate relationship with them. Because eggs are really good in recipes, like, they just add so much. Although, I guess I sound a bit cannibalistic here. Hello, Jinsai, and why not? So yes, my relationship with eggs is, I like them. They're good ingredients. Although, I'm not a fan of eating just plain eggs. They have to have a lot going on with them to really enhance the experience. Although when it comes to washing dishes with eggs, I hate them. In fact, eggs are the reason why I'm here today. I used to be a dishwasher. I've said this before. I was a dishwasher, and my job was to just clean off the plates with eggs. Just grab a plate from the tray, clean it off. Grab a plate, clean it off. And every time the eggs would give me the hardest problem. They just stick to the plate and just never just scrub off. So whenever there was a plate that had just a raw egg, just a raw boiled egg that no one messed with, that didn't leave a mess on the plate, I just do a quick scrub of the plate, put it back on the stack, and I'm done with that, and I just have a pile of eggs with me. And that egg pile is why I'm an egg today, since I would just treat them as doodle practice on those eggs. So next question. Do I love eggs? I'd say I love what they did for me. Okay. This question came up because I've in the past admitted to doing cosplay, and one of my first cosplays was Homestuck. I man, that was just that was a crazy time period just when Homestuck was popular. So my favorite act of Homestuck. It's a really long comic. It's like nearly a million words. So what would my favorite act be? Oh yes, the emotes. Oh, the emotes are still Zorp. Crap. I gotta go back to my emotes and change that. Thank you for telling me that. Why not? I forgot you have to change that. So let's look at some photos. Okay. My favorite act is Intermission 1. Intermission 1 introduced the Midnight Crew. I sang their song for karaoke, in fact. The Midnight Crew was just... They brought back a lot of the Problem Sleuth feel to Homestuck. Problem Sleuth was Andrew Hussey, the author's previous work, which was really good, actually. It was actually one of the better MS Paint adventures he did. So, Intermission 1 brought back a lot of those zany concepts. It was very much a time focused where it was a mansion heist story, but using time travel. And so that's what I really liked about it. Now, as for the one I dislike the most people that were into Homestuck liked everything up to Cascade. Cascade was this big, like 18-minute flash video that summed up a lot of the first 5 acts, and then after Act 6, it just all went downhill. So my least favorite act would be was the stuff with um oh, hello Mao. Yes, Cascade. That was a oh god, Cascade's a banger. I watch it still to this day. When I have to go to my least favorite act, it would be this either the stuff with Rose and Dave on the meteor with the trolls, or everything with Calliope. And when I say Calliope, I I don't mean this Calliope. Oh, I didn't yeah, I didn't should say. Okay. Hello. I don't mean this Calliope when I said I hated Calliope. Hey, Magical Girl. I hated this Calliope. God, that was a cursed edit I found. So my least favorite act would be anything with her. Alright. Yeah, fix. Next question. What are my plans for the future? That is a very good question. My plans for the future are thus: I need to get a real job. I mean, streaming is fun, but if I get a real job, I can actually start making money, and that money can be sent back towards the channel. For instance, I can start buying new games to stream instead of just using whatever backlog I have that, while fun, I could be playing some RTS. Oh, okay, Mal, you're right. Calliope was okay just because of Caliborn. Caliborn's, oh man, I love him. He's a love to hate character, but he was just so fun. His interactions with Hussey, because author self inserts are always a great idea. But anyways, my plans. My plans are thus: get a real job. In fact, that's my plan tomorrow is to go out into the community and start applying to some places. And then once I get that real job, I can buy some stuff for the stream, like buy video games, get the Isaac DLC when it comes out because I really want to play Repentance. So when that comes out, I'm gonna buy that like day one. Along with that, upgrading my egg model. I do want to do something. I don't have any image capture software, so I can't do like facial stuff where it reads my expressions. But I saw what little S did. That Snake V2, that Snake PNG guy who has like pedals to like change his expressions. I want to do something like that. So if I learn some hotkeys, I can just probably just start drawing more faces. Although there's a bit of an issue with drawing more egg faces. I have a weird brain where if I want to do that, I would have to first I have to take a real physical egg and draw the face on that before I can actually get it like digitized. Like I don't know why, but it's just first I have to draw it in real life. Just grab the egg, get a marker, and draw it, just sketch it, and see if it actually works out. And then once that works out, I can actually go on the computer and draw it out for my real face. So that's what I did for the emote. Actually, I had to take one of my eggs, get a marker, to say, how can I draw this in face? Maybe I do a little squiggly there. Okay, that works. Sir. Just get the right angle. The image on my current model was actually drawn on a real egg too. I have a photo of that. Although it's a bit of a docs photo, so I can't show it. But the egg there was drawn on a 100% organic real egg. So I wish I could show it. I do wish I could show it, but I just can't. I'm in the photo. Well, of course I'm in the photo. You see me right there. It's the same thing. What's my tier list on Grand Strategy games? Okay, let's pull that up. Here we go. Grand Strategy tier list. Grand Strategy tier list. I like all the Paradox Plaza games. I haven't played all of them though, so this is a bit. Let's increase the size, and there we go. I'm a little covered. Okay. My favorite game of all time for Grand Strategy is Victoria 2. I just love the colonization mechanics. I mean, I got destroyed when I streamed it the first time. I was oh hey Luki. Yeah, I got destroyed by the AI, but I love the game so much. I have like, oh man, I'm over 1,000 hours into it. Like high. I've played so many games of it. I've played nearly every nation. I'm bad at nearly every nation, but I've played them. So that's my S rank. Victoria 3, please. I want the sequel like bad, and so many other fans want the sequel. Although I don't have much confidence in Paradox to having a rather good sequel, but I just want to see it happen because it's just been so long. Now then for A rank, CK2. Crusader Kings 2 is amazing, as I've seen from streaming it. It's just there's so many things that can happen that you just don't expect. For instance, you might make a blunder and misread a event pop up and change your character from the one you've started the whole game with to a random nobody in Egypt. That can totally happen, and that happened to me. And now for B rank, I'd say Hearts of Iron 4 and 3. I like both of them, but they're both very different games. 3 was very, I guess, it was panned for being casualized, just because it made the game more accessible for others. Because Hearts of Iron 3 was very obtuse, but its obtuseness allowed it to do a lot more in terms of accuracy, whereas Hoi 4 is just very much so. It's a map painting simulation. But Hoi 4 does have its own flaws. So it's basically like a pro and con. Also, I'm still covered. Let's put myself up. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just fix it later. CK3. That's the one I haven't played much. CK3. It's oh crap. Crap. That was a question for the wrong answer. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Anyway, yes. I spoiled that a little bit. CK3. It's a very fun game. It's rather different from CK2 in that like it's not as good, of course, but I know with DLC because Paradox loves their DLC. Paradox will just have DLC after DLC because I think, oh man, EU4 for instance in the lower tier has like I don't know like 50 DLC. CK2 has like 20. So I'm really excited to play it on stream though because that's my plan for next week. I'm going to have a special CK3 game where I'm going to start off with a custom ruler and then do something rather special with it. It's going to be like a save game relay with some people. I've been in talks with a couple of other VTubers, and they said they would be willing to do a save game relay where I play 100 years, then I save my game, then I give them it, and then they stream 100 years, and then another person will stream 100 years, and then I'll get the game save back, and then I'll stream 100 years, and it'll go to a loop until the loop is over. EU4, it's the most map painting game of them all. It's fun to watch. I'll say that. And then Hoi 2. I like Darkest Hour more, but so I put that there in place of it. Darkest Hour 2 is really only good for the Kaiserreich mod. Kaiserreich was a really, really fun, inventive modification that basically is an alternate history scenario where World War One was won by the Germans, and they just made a giant, massive mod that worked off of that premise. It's one of the best game modifications I've ever played. Victoria 1 original is in D because the original kind of sucks. You have to do manual pop promotion, so just clicking after clicking, like upgrade population settlement, upgrade population, turn them into farmers, turn them into a craftsman. It's so manual that just kills your brain. And then for not played, I've not played Imperator. It looks okay. I wasn't really a fan of how it looked on Arrival, so I didn't buy Imperator. And then Stellaris looks amazing. I've seen a Gale play it. I think it was Gale, yeah. Stellaris is just so great. I just love the aliens. You can have so many different features. Yeah, that's my tier list. Victoria 2 at the top. Victoria 2 at the top, and please another one soon. Okay, recipe involving egg. My favorite egg recipe. That's a good question. Because you can do so much with eggs. Eggs are just like they're almost like universal. There's although this is another cannibalistic question. Like, why do you want to ask what the eggs want to eat? I guess it's gonna eat eggs as long as it's not the kind of egg I am. Because I don't know what egg I am. I could be any egg. I could be a dinosaur egg. I think I'm an egg though. So yeah, I guess my favorite one recently was I made this slurry for some General Tso's chicken. But I guess if we weren't counting like that, because that's not really an egg recipe. I mean, it kind of is. It's just more like sticking it on there. I guess I'd have to go with meatballs. That's like more of a relevant thing for eggs because it's like the glue that holds everything together. So yeah, meatballs would be the answer to that question. I make some really good meatballs. I like to chop up lots of onions to give it some nice flavor, get some cinnamon in there. It works really good. Although for dessert wise, because eggs are like in everything. You have them for basically every meal could have an egg in it with lemon bars, not lemon bars, lemon cake. That's a good dessert with lemon. Your favorite tag? I had to take this question out. I was gonna take this question out because I didn't want to break Twitch TOS. So instead, I decided on removing the offending word and changing it to a more generalized question. So this isn't just about those kind of tags. It's more about in general. Hey Bunzel, you showed up at a really good time. I'm answering the tag question, but it's more for manga in general, not just those kind. I really don't want to get killed by Twitch or TOS'd by Twitch, so I decided to turn this question from what they initially wanted to one that's more generalized for like all manga. So I guess for me, I like stories with romance, like childhood friends stuff. Like so I have rather I'd say plain vanilla tastes in my manga. It's really I just like nice cute stuff, like cute stories. And I mean this in general, not just those kinds, just in general for manga would be like just cute stories that are like, really wholesome and just have childhood friends get together, the tomboy next door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rom coms. Oh man, my favorite. Luca, that's exactly right. My favorite rom com is My Monster Secret, or I don't know the Japanese translation. It's the one with the dumb vampire and the dumb human. Yeah, really, I don't go for the extreme stuff. I mean, at best, like what? I like a yandere that's clingy, not murderous. That's about as far as actually, or a sundere that's shy, not actually abusive. I like my stuff rather tame. I don't go for the crazy stuff. I just like tame, cute, nice, and wholesome. That's my tastes. Do you put ketchup in the fridge? What kind of question was that? I I don't understand why this is a question, but yes, why not hand holding? That's about that's the good stuff. Good stuff. But like Yes, of course. Do other people not put ketchup in the fridge? Cause like, I guess it like lasts longer, but like, I don't understand why this was a question, but I'm answering it because they asked. They want to know, do I put ketchup in the fridge? And I do. I do. I put it in the fridge. I guess the strangest thing I have in my fridge at the moment would be a bag of rice, just because I don't want anything to happen to it. Because I've been worried about rats. I feel like I'm hearing some rats, so I bought some traps to catch the rats. And I'm putting my rice in the fridge because I'm like, well, if there's rats there, I don't want them to eat my rice. So until I solve the rat problem, that might or might not exist. I hope it doesn't exist, but if it does exist, they're not eating my rice. Next question. Do you like anime? I mean, I like VTubers. Is that anime? But yeah, I do like anime. In fact, let me talk about some of my favorite one. Button, please work. That's the wrong one. Let's get the right button. Okay. One of my favorite anime. Oh gosh, I'm still okay, I hit the button again. Stop doing that. Solve the size issue. There we go. Okay. One of my favorite anime recently was Zombieland Saga. It was I got tricked into watching I got tricked into watching an idol anime, as I said, because it was just such really good episodes, and I oh yeah, it was really good. I liked the I wasn't a fan of the it's because of the iCad, correct, Bunzel. The CGI parts were kind of bad in parts, but the music was good and the story was rather interesting because just the concept of zombie idols is rather new. And I did mention my cosplay past, so I cosplay this guy. I cosplay as the necromancer slash producer, the necroducer, as I would like to call him. It was a really fun cosplay. I just it was great because when I went to a convention, there was a lot of people cosplaying as why not the man girl Bunzel? I don't have the figure for that. He's just too thick. I don't got that. I'm more stick like him. So I went to a convention. There was a lot of other people cosplaying as the girls, so it was really fun to take photos with them. Yeah. Oh, his head's cut off. Yeah. I had the full cosplay. It was a blast cosplay as him. Still cut off. There we go. It was a blast cosplay as him. He has a really fun outfit. Like the shades was okay. I have to wear glasses, so I was wearing the shades. I was going around blind, but like not seeing stuff. But I was looking cool. I had the shades. I had the really nice suit jacket. It was one of my favorite cosplays I've done. I looked cool. Egg Pro Idol Agency. Yep. Can we? Okay. You want to see me in the cosplay? I got this. I got this. Okay. There we go. There we go. In the cosplay right now. It was just cosplaying is really fun. I had a blast doing it. It's just you get to meet so many really cool people, and you just gotta. It's just fun. You get to meet people, and they like say they come up to you and say, "Hey, I really like your costume. Can I get a photo with you?" I've got multiple photos with people because I did really well with the cosplay. It was a I like sewing. Sewing is a rather fun skill to have. So I had to do some alterations to the okay, egg body reveal. Yep, Jinsai. I had to do some alterations to what I bought for the original thing, my base part. So I had to for instance, I had to sew on the uh the suit back to the actual like my white shirt I was wearing, and the as the coat itself would have kept falling off, so I had to actually find a way to attach it. So I had to get some first I tried fabric tape, which it worked really well for a while, but it just kept falling off. So I had to eventually just get some quick needlework and thread to sew it on there and keep it staying. But I think the hard part itself was just finding the shoes weren't that hard. The shoes were rather easy to find. I found them at a Goodwill. They were like nearly the exact match because you can get a lot of this stuff for cosplay at a thrift store. I mean, it doesn't have to be expensive. It really doesn't. You gotta go out there and look for the deals. I I actually really need to have a drink of water real quick. I apologize. I I will be back in a moment. Let me see how my water is. My water is empty. I will, yeah, I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. Sorry about that. I usually stream with a 3 liter jug of water, but I appear to have gone through it today while I was setting this up. Where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, proper shoes. Oh, Eric, yeah, that can be hard to do. I got lucky with the dress shoes. That was wow, why not? That looks really good with the glasses. Like I didn't realize it worked that well. Oh wow, that's good. Great emote. Thank you me. Anyways, yeah, cosplay's just really fun. It's a good way to connect with people, and because of COVID, that killed all the conventions and killed my cosplay. But I'm here now because VTubers took that like spot for me in my life. I was like, you know what? VTubers like cosplay. They're wearing costumes. They're looking cool. They look awesome. I'm gonna watch them. So I did. I watched them and realized, no, that's not just a costume. They are actually like becoming their own self. It's a very interesting way of going about it. Also, the belt was hard to find. I think the belt was the hardest part for me because I was trying to look for a good cheaper belt. Oh man, that the boots from near cosplay that aren't from China and also Japanese size to like Westerner size. Alaric, that does sound like a pain. I can see that being an issue. That can be the hard part. Just like it can be like you can go on like one of those like Chinese or like pre-made cosplays that are just like trash quality. Which those are good for like the first timers, but they're just just a rip off in ways and also just low quality. I can see that being an issue. Yeah. Next, I'll just stay like this for now. And yeah, they're not always awful. It's just sometimes there's not. How do you move? Well, yeah, I guess pre-made isn't always bad. It can be rather touchy. Pre-made cosplays aren't. Yeah. So yeah, they do skip on the footwear though. You have to get good shoes yourself, and you want really comfy shoes. Just if you go cosplaying, get comfy shoes. Convention centers are you're gonna be walking a lot. You're gonna do a lot of walking and a lot of just transport. Like I remember, man, it was like really hot that day, and I was just like sweating and in this full suit pretty much. Although I did wear my full cosplay to the rave. That was a bit of a mistake. I had to leave early because I was getting too hot, but like fun time. Um. Oh, your friend makes cosplay syrup? That's actually rather interesting. Okay, yeah. How do I move? How do I move? I mean, you saw during the BRB screen, you saw me rolling. Well, it wasn't a full-on rave. It was a It was first, it started as a concert with the con had their own concert, but then the second half was a rave. And I was like, I stayed for the concert, then I was like the rave. I was like, man, there's a lot of people bouncing around. It's a bit of a mess here. I'm gonna leave. I'm getting hot, so I just ran back to my hotel room, threw off my cosplay, and just turned on the TV, watched some. I think Tsunami was on probably. The hotel center at the con was like really nice, so I enjoyed it. But yes, as for how I move, you saw during the BRB screen, I spin. I see the the three magic words Guru Guru Mawaru, and I start moving. That is how I locomote. Hello, Nanashi. Yep, it's egg. Boiled, fried, scrambled, or chegged. I assume you're asking how I like my eggs. I. Oh wait, I totally skipped over the rest of that anime question. Crap, I'll have to go back to that in a moment. Let me go back to that after I answer this one. I like my eggs. I don't like eggs for breakfast. I really don't. But if I will cannibalize some eggs in the morning in a basket, that's how I want them. Eggs in a basket. That's the best way to make eggs. But if we're talking as an ingredient for breakfast, well checked. Yes, egg in a basket is my favorite, or French toast. You can do really good. Okay, back to the anime question because I totally skimmed over my other favorite animes because I got on the tangent of cosplay. Right, let's move my head away from it so I can actually let's grow my egg a bit. Egg a bit. Okay. Next favorite anime, Pop Team Epic. I love Pop Team Epic. It's hilarious. I watch. I love this one so much. I watch both versions. You know how it's I hope all those hotels had the egg amenities you needed. They really didn't. I had to share a room with like six other people, and I got the floor in the corner. That was my spot. I got the corner floor. But yes, Music Cave. It was a bit of a pain, but hey, it was cheaper that way. Yes, I love Pop Team Epic. It's hilarious, and I every episode they have a cool gimmick where they split the episode in half, where the second part is the first episode again, but it's just different voice actors, and I watch every first and second part because they sometimes add little jokes every so often. Yep, Beak of Love. Next. Penny and Stalking. uh, why not? I'm thinking about Hellshake Yano right now. So cool. AC Boo Love, yep. My another favorite is Penny and Stalking. It's always great. There's never gonna be another season of it. I've gotten over that, but season two never. Goodbye. Uh, it's one of their best, but season two is season two. The music was great. The humor is hilarious. Dubbed, of course. I want to watch it subbed one day because I just want to see how it translated over there. Like, the OST slaps hard. I love. My favorite is the theme of the Nisox and the other one, Scanty and Nisox. I love their theme. Also, Cherry Boy Rap Riot is great. I have that on my running playlist. Okay, another one. I have not watched Inferno Cop or Space Patrol. I would gladly love to watch those. I have. Okay, my biggest issue with anime is I have not watched a lot of the classic good ones. I'm not new to it because I watched it when I was young, but I didn't watch it often, and so what I do watch is like I've done none of the classics. I've watched it for all my life, but what I've watched throughout my life is not much, and it's also just none of the classics. So those are good recommendations, Beat Cave. I would check those out. Another one, Inuyashiki. Inuyashiki is one of my favorites. It's about the old guy who gets killed by aliens, and they turn into a robot. I was barely anime and on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, then I can totally watch it. This is really weird. It's really good anime. It's interesting having an old guy be the protagonist and a young guy be the villain. Also, he's just a robot. Sorry about that. keep it in the wrong one. Okay. The familiar of Zero. Ah, I can't say that word. Familiar of Zero. That was one of my first that I actually really watched and got into. It was really good. Ah, I wish the author had it. I want to see what would have happened. But yeah, no. ZNT was. I love it. It's a classic. I have nostalgia for it. I love it. I she's not on there, but my favorite girl was the purple haired princess. She was very cool. I liked her and her guard. Next is Overlord. The anime wasn't that great. The last season was CGI crap. It was just poorly made at the last season, but the first two seasons rather good. I enjoyed them and I love the books. Although I haven't read any of the new books yet, I've just been rather busy that I haven't had the time to read the new books. So of the books, I'd say my favorite chapter is probably the my favorite book. Also good. The Shaltier versus the writer's getting bullied on Twitter. Oh no. I heard that the most recent books have been kind of trash, so I've been avoiding it because I'm like, man, this series is so good in my mind. I don't want to read this if it's actually gonna ruin the rest of the series for me. But I do gotta get around to doing it. Like I haven't had the time, and also just like I haven't made the time for it either because I could try to make time to read it, but I'm like worried. Like, oh man, I love this series. What if it's bad now? But I will finish it. So yeah, my favorite character is Pandora's actor. He's just so zany and fun, and Ainz is just the Suga Ainz. What's okay? Not an anime, but I'm never gonna get a chance to talk about this. I love Xavier Renegade Angel. Xavier's the best. Oh, it's yes, it's not anime, but I want to talk about it right now. Xavier is so funny. There's so much. There's so much humor, just so much background humor, just stuff in the background you might not miss, or like very subtle jokes that like take a second watch long to reach. You have to have a high IQ to understand Xavier. Oh god, that's horrible. That is horrible, but no, really, the way he almost speaks in meters is like the writers for the show are very talented. The jokes have many layers. It's all very well done. It's despite being so absurdist, it's a great watch. In fact, I'm doing a rewatch of Xavier like tonight. Before I go to bed, I try to watch another episode. Before I go to bed, I try to watch an episode of Xavier every night. And I'm so far like 2 episodes in. So not far, but I was starting this week. That's for a question. Then Xavier can just right there. Thought it was some weird OC. I mean, kinda. He kind of is a weird OC of the creator, but he's just yeah. What's the how do I move? Did that scramble trick? Okay, I have a lot of questions about comics coming up. Why is this? I need to do some explanation. I was talking about wanting to do a DC week, like sometime this month. I want to do a read along of a comic. Oh yeah, everything in that show is janky, but it has really like technical jank. Like they had to purposely make it that janky to work. I want to do a DC Comics week this month. So what I want to do is I want to do a read along of the comics. I'm not sure how I could do that because I don't want to get in trouble because Western media people are usually very DMCA happy. I might figure a way out to do this. I might just have to post a link to an alternative source about where I'm watching. You know how people do watch-alongs where they have the stuff synced up? I might do that, but with the page number syncing up so that people can see the same page I'm on while I read it. So anyway, I want to do a DC Comics week where I read a story, I watch the movie adaptation of said story. I'm thinking about doing a Batman Year One because Year One's fantastic. It's a masterpiece. And also, I'd play some video games comics based. I was seeing if I could do Injustice. I'm not sure if I can get that working or not. I have to do a family sharing, and I'm not seeing it in there, so I might scrap it if I get OpSect because I have it on my real account, not my streaming account. But I will play Scribblenauts Unmasked. Scribblenauts is a really fun game. It's basically wordplay, the game where you have to come up with solutions. Oh, the PC port is glitchy. Okay, that's actually a good point. I might just avoid that anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna play Scribblenauts Unmasked. Scribblenauts is fun. I had the DS game and I played it over and over when it was DS. I'll do that. But yes, DC or Marvel. Okay, Marvel has really good live action. I can't deny that. They have really good live action, and DC's live action has that's been rather disappointing. I think. Okay, in terms of good DC comic movies, you have Joker, which you live in a society. Oh man, Hellblazer. Oh, Constantine's great. I love John Constantine. Justice League Dark is really good. Yeah. As for good DC live action movie, oh, you like Constantine? He's a right bastard, but I love him. He's not my favorite, but I do read a lot of the stuff he's in. So yeah, Shazam. Okay. Shazam is a good DC movie that came out. That was live action. I really love the Shazam movie. It's a good Christmas movie. Now then, this is a multi-part question. Favorite superhero? I have two. My favorite superhero is Booster Gold. A little bit. Booster Gold is great. He is if you don't know much about him, he is a sorry, my throat's killing me. He's a time traveler from the future who he worked at a museum. He stole technology and went back in time to become a hero himself, kind of. He was very fame hungry, but he had an arc where he grew, and he's now kind of known as the greatest hero you've never heard of because his job is protecting the time stream. He goes back in time whenever like something messes up in the DC world, and he tries to fix it. So, but the thing is, he doesn't get credit for his fixing because if you fix the timeline, no one knows it was broken, and thus, yep, retcon man. Not really though. He hasn't really actually stopped any real retcons, so it's kind of a it's basically self-contained with his stories. Like he fixes stuff, but like no one knows it's ever fixed, so he doesn't get any credit. And in some ways, you know how Bruce Wayne is the party boy that distracts people from knowing who Batman is? Booster Gold is the Bruce Wayne of heroes. He has to act like a dumb fool. Oh, the Blue Beetle stuff is Booster Blue and Gold. Blue Beetle's another hero who's his best friend got killed, so he had that grief, and then he really tried to become a real hero after that. So instead of being this playboy hero who takes ad deals on his costume to make it all garish, he's very much like what a hero would be like in real life. He was a walking billboard. And so he has to act like a fool so people don't realize, oh wait, this guy's smart. He fixed the timeline. We need to take him out so we can screw the timeline more. Now he has to act like a dumb idiot. And then, oh, that comic we praised him behind the back. That's a favorite comic. Okay, the comic Sirip's talking about is Booster Gold tried to save Barbara Gordon from being crippled by the Joker. Every time he tried it, it wouldn't work because apparently some things in DC history are set in stone and he can't change it. And then he showed Batman. He's like, I tried, Bruce. I tried so hard. Everyone just thinks I'm an idiot, but I tried to do this and I couldn't even do it. So maybe I am an idiot. Then Batman's like, no, if you have to play a fool, play the fool and trick people. But you're doing a good job, man. It was very him being able to grow as a person is why I like him as he's one of my favorites. So now then, favorite super heroine, Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz is a Green Lantern. Her story starts off with she was out hunting, well, camping and hunting with some friends, and some mobsters killed the friends. And you know what she did? She hid in her room for 4 years. So I mean, this is something I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. Maybe not the mobster killing part, because I don't know anyone killed by mobsters. I mean, I hope you don't. But she was basically neat for 4 years, did nothing. As you can see, she had just stockpiles of food and water. Hid in her room for 4 years until an evil space ring came for her. Not like the Green Lantern rings, like literally me. Yep, that's why I like her as well. She basically had some traumatized anxiety, had a breakdown, stayed in her room for 4 years. So literally me. And thus, I like her story of willpower. Like, it's the Green Lantern Corps. She had an evil ring. She used the evil ring for good. And then she was given a good ring for that. So her story of willpower is just, it's very, I mean, it's kind of dumb to see comic book heroes as like role models because it sounds like an anime plot. Kind of was. Actually, she's like Kyle. Kyle Rayner is another Green Lantern who he likes to. Kyle Rayner actually makes anime related constructs. Okay, the Green Lantern ring. If you don't know what it does, it basically makes hard light projections of your thoughts. Kyle has made a freaking Eva unit. So there's been an Eva unit in DC Comics. So she does a lot of that as well. She's done like Grant Morrison's GL stuff. Syrup, it's on my backlog. I really need to not watch. I need to read his recent volume 1 and 2 of that. I read parts of volume 1. It was great. I just haven't had the time to read volume 2. Grant Morrison stuff is Grant Morrison's great. I love his GL stuff. What I've read so far. So I'm gonna read that soon. Yeah, she, alike with Kyle, does a lot of like sometimes anime related constructs. So that's one of my favorite things about her. She's very much she was a shut-in that realized, you know what, I can be not a shut-in. I can. Well, I mean, she almost killed a lot of people with the evil ring because it took over her mind. But I don't want that to happen. But like, she turned her anxiety into willpower, and so that's what I really like about her. She's very much a sort of getting over your issues and using it to power yourself. Now then, favorite arc. My favorite arc has got to be 52. 52 was a weekly like it was a weekly trade where basically every week there was a new issue to this, and what the premise was is, as you see, you have Batman's cowl, Wonder Woman's lasso, and Superman's cape. What happened was there was a whole year without Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Whole year, both pretty much IRL kind of, and in the story there was a whole year without them. So the world had to say, what do we do when we don't have the best characters to save us? Well, it turns out you got Booster Gold, the question being Rorschach, but DC version of Rorschach, Steel, and Lex Luthor doing some stuff. It's such an entertaining read because it starts off very much so many like separate stories just all doing their own thing, where each time you get a little update of what's going on there. And then eventually every story just combines into like one single like what's it turns into like one single event where everything like ties it together at the end. Now the ending was a little weak, and then what 52 came into countdown to Final Crisis and all that stuff. Anyways, 52 is just one of my favorite arcs. It was such a great way to show off some of the lesser known people, and it was also a great way of introducing some newer characters. It also had Booster Gold in it, so Booster Gold's already always good. Now then, favorite movie. My favorite movie is probably Year One of the Year One is just, it's a fantastic comic, fantastic movie. You get to see Batman when he's just new. Yes, hell yes. It's just fun seeing rookie Batman because there's too much Batwink nowadays. People just treat Batman like he's God. Like Bat God is just, like Bat God causes metal. Oh, man, metal was a fun event, and then you got Death Metal, which is the year one aesthetic is just great. I am so excited for the long Halloween movie coming out this year. At least I think the long Halloween movie is coming out. The year one the year one storyline is like Dark Holiday, Dark Victory, Long Halloween, Year One, and then Catwoman and some other things. But yeah, Year One's just great. I love the aesthetic. It has a great aesthetic. It really fits the mood. Oh, Scarecrow's so cool. I love Scarecrow. He's one of my favorite of the Scarecrow and the Riddler are my favorite Batman villains. I love the Riddler and Scarecrow. There was a really good Joker's Asylum story about with Scarecrow where yeah, oh, the game ones are really good too. I really want to read comics on this channel. I mean, I wish it wasn't so hard to do because DC would be so just like DMCA happy because I really want to read those comics on this channel because those are some great classic comics. So yes, my favorite movie and adaptation is Year One. Year One is just great. You get to see Rookie Batman, and Rookie Batman is fun because he's just like he actually makes mistakes, and you get to see him improvise and work with his brain. You get to see him actually like, do some really fun stuff. And also, Year One has Jim Gordon. God, Gordon before he's the commissioner was just Jim Gordon's badass. You get to see him take out so many people. Like it's one of the best. And then for another one for adaptation, because let's just say Year One is my favorite. Oh yeah, solidifying his morality. It's a really good arc, and it's basically lets him say how he's like going to like, scare the criminal underbelly. Now then, for adaptation, I'd have to go with well, let's do this one. New Frontier is my favorite movie. Year One's my favorite adaptation because the adaptation of New Frontier is not that great. It's really good, and it does have the issues of the original. Just having the villain is rather weak in New Frontier, and it cuts off some of the great parts of the comic. But New Frontier is like really great. It's a set piece of basically the it's basically a set piece of the world from 1945 to 1960s about it's like a meta story of how from that time period the golden age of comics turned into the silver age of comics. And this movie does the same thing where silver age characters are becoming more prominent in the world as we have some of the JSA like golden age people retiring. Surprised when I listen to contain Kingdom Come's good. Although some things about Kingdom Come just it's a good comic. I won't deny that, but like for instance, Wonder Woman in Kingdom Come, her characterization in that story kind of bled from Kingdom Come into modern Wonder Woman, which really caused a lot of her issues. So it's good, but it just some people try to ape it too much. They try to copy Kingdom Come too hard, which they copy it just poorly, and it just doesn't work well. So I I, I like it. It had some dumb moves. It had some really stupid stuff. It has some really good stuff too. It's a classic. I'll say that, but not a favorite. New Frontier though, it's really great. My favorite is John Henry Irons' story. John Henry Irons' story of fighting was great. Yeah. And okay, TV series Brave and the Bold. It has to be Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold came at a time when it was like we had so much edgy Batman, dark. Well, we still have dark and edgy Batman. It was Adam West Batman. It was Adam West Batman on the TV screen. It was back to the fun, campy Batman. But he also was Brave and the Bold was great because one of my favorite things. It used a lot of the older unknown heroes. Like it had Ghost Tank. It had Brave and the Bold had Space Ghost. It had Space Ghost on there. Like Brave and the Bold is just it's such a great it's a very like not just wholesome. Hmm. It's a kids show, yes, but it was a much needed kids show at a time when Batman was still just being too edgy, and then it didn't stop getting darker and darker. The Dark Knight became the Darker Knight pretty much during this time period. It just kept getting darker and darker. Just Brave and the Bold is adorable, and it used a lot of the C-list and D-list characters that aren't really popular to most people, like Red Tornado, or made Brave and the Bold made Aquaman not a joke. People were still thinking, "Oh, it's Aquaman. He talks to fish." No, it's outrageous. He was just a lovable idiot. He was Brave and the Bold Aquaman's fun. And what's next? What would a superhero egg look like? Well, that's a good question. Okay. If I was to be a superhero, I'd want to be a Green Lantern. Well, not maybe not green because I'm not willpower. Maybe a Blue Lantern, but I want to be a lantern because lanterns have had interesting. There's been many different interesting lanterns. For instance, there's a cat lantern. This is the Red Lantern Star. You could have a house cat. If a house cat can be a hero, I think it could be a hero. Or maybe not a cat. Smallpox. There has been literal smallpox Green Lantern. So, green eggs and ham hero. Yep. I don't want to. Oh, Superboy Prime. Oh man, there was a really okay. Death Metal was a really dumb story, but I liked it because it was dumb fun. I turned my brain off when I read it. There's a really good Superboy Prime story in that one. The Superboy Prime Death Metal story was fantastic. He said, "Put down comics if they're stupid. If you think they're stupid, just put them down. Live your life." And I really like that message. Yeah, if Smallpox can be a Green Lantern, I could be one. If a planet can be a Green Lantern, I think I could be one. Or maybe a Pink Lantern. Maybe it could be a Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire egg. If a volcano can be a Green Lantern, I think an egg can be one. If if a mathematical formula can be one, I think an egg can be one. Actually, while we're on the topic of mathematical formulas, DC has had the strangest math. For instance, we have we have Dr. Sylvana using math to walk through walls. The volcano one is in Morrison's Green Lantern. Yes, by using the simple formula of dt over dx times the a minus b squared, the square root of t plus x, you can now walk through walls. Yes, math is very strong in DC. For instance, the anti-life equation: loneliness plus alienation plus fear plus despair plus self-worth divided by mockery divided by condemnation divided by misunderstanding times guilt times shame times failure times judgment, where n equals y, where y equals hope, where n equals folly, love equals lies, life equals death, self equals dark side. Dark side. Math is crazy in the DC universe. Early Captain Boomerang cheated with math. Yeah, Captain Boomerang is crazy. He turned himself into Captain Boomerang turned himself once into a boomerang to throw himself at the Flash. I'm a fan of the Flash as well. Yeah, no, this is the equation to the anti-life. The anti-life equation is the proof that all life is meaningless and that everything is doomed to be dark side. But there's also the life equation, which kind of undoes that. And also, DC had a zombie book. It was they had multiple zombie books. Marvel Zombies. They did that as well for Blackest Night, which is a lantern thing. So they did that again for Deceased. A fun pun on the word DC and Deceased. Where basically Darkseid messed with this equation, removed the life equals death part of it, and that made zombies. So that was a fun story. Actually, despite being basically a copy of Marvel Zombies, it was really fun because it actually was. It was like really campy kind of fun, not the gory kind. And Batman died in it, so that was kind of nice to see Batman taking down a peg. I like Batman, love his stuff, but he's just too OP and stuff. So yes, if I was to be a superhero, I'd probably want to be a lantern. But if I couldn't be a lantern, like saying that, like, okay, you have to use only egg-based powers, my what I'd want to be would be I'd want to like crack my shell and then use my shell cracking as weapons. Like I just break my shell off and I get some arms made out of shell. I hit my chest, pull out a shell knife and just stab with a sharpened shell. So kind of like Wolverine, but like the shell shattered. Yeah, there we go. So like Wolverine, but just an egg. So I just crack my shell, pull stuff off, and make weapons out of myself. All right, next one. Favorite character. Okay, this is different. Humpty Dumpty. One use mega power. Yeah, I'd have to be able to put myself back together again. Favorite character. This is different than superhero, so I chose Tempest of Fugonaut. Tempest Fug, as I like to call him. Okay, Sideways was a really fun comic. Sideways was basically DC trying to do a Spider-Man parody, kind of in a way. Not really a parody because it was very much itself, but he Tempest is one of my favorite. He was born in the space between the multiverse. He has no clue what he's doing, but he's like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna make a job for myself. I'm gonna do it. So his job is keeping the boundary between the dark multiverse and the regular multiverse separate. So it's just really inspiring. Like this guy is like he had no clue what he was doing. He just he was just born out there doing his stuff. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a job. I'm gonna set some goals. I'm gonna keep those goals. Also, he just looks funny. So yes, I believe that was the end of my DC time. What I'm going to be doing, my plan is just DC week this month. I asked Carol about like how she does her manga, but I realized wait, manga's Japanese and Japan probably doesn't even care about this stuff, while DC will get on you. So I'm like, I might just do a read along, watch along, read along style where I give page numbers. That's the next question. Check this out. Photos are done. Yeah, it's different. It's different because Western media versus Eastern media. The oldest thing I own. I have a bit of a coin collection. It's not major. I don't really go with that much. I have some Great Depression coins, so that's probably about the oldest. I don't own much. I don't have any belongings. I'm rather Spartan with what I got. I put a lot of that in the PC I own. So what's something old I own? Okay, you know the you know the intro to my videos, the game board I'm on. I'll shut off real quick. Yeah, that background is probably the oldest thing I own. It's game board that's been in my family for a long while. It's fun to play games on it. So I'd say that probably that. But really, I don't own much. Coke or Pepsi? Oh, this is a easy question. Neither. I don't drink. I have not drank soda in 4 years. I've not a single sip of soda in those 4 years. I don't drink caffeine. I don't drink soda. And due to my genetics, I've never smoked, I've never drank, or did any drugs. I've, I guess that's, would that be considered straight edge? I don't really label myself. I just don't do that stuff. I like having a sober mind, I guess. So yeah, my answer to Coke or Pepsi would be water. That's that's. So yeah, straight edge egg, I guess. And I thought straight edge was like something punk related. I didn't really straight edge. Yes, that's a good one. Why not? And I can't smoke. I can't drink. I can't do drugs. So I do internet. Internet is my addiction. There we go. The internet. VTubing. VTubers. There we go. Better question. Better, yeah. Yeah. So 4 years ago, I dropped soda for good. I'm like, you know what? I'm drinking too much soda. Stuff's not even that good. I mean, it's just sugar water. Let's drink real water. Yeah. Coke or Pepsi? Either. Water instead. I got this question. Two things right off the bat. That's not a question. And second, that's not to me. Question. You got the wrong person. Like, yeah, like, you have the wrong person. Oh, it does have. Oh, its roots are punk, but it's not strictly punk. Oh, okay. Fill in the blanks. Yes, I had to remove some words to make it appropriate. So yes, question person, if you're here, I'm sorry you got the wrong person. This is this is the wrong stream. If you could be eaten by anybody, who would you be eaten by? Shimada's great. Shimada's really amazing. She's so generous. She's really amazing. Her streams are great. Her that was a really good fight. I don't like the vor question. Please, no, why? Chimkin, obviously. I don't want to. I mean, I'd only be eaten by Chimkin when I'm hatched as a KFP, but I'm not membered as Egg. I'm membered as my other account. So this is about Egg. Yeah, I don't know why that someone asked me this. I don't. Why? How would you feel if you were asked like, what human would you want to eat your human self? You hesitated there for a second. No, with chicken, with Kiara, I'd be a chicken when I'm getting eaten there. I wouldn't be an egg when getting eaten. This is different. This is about eaten as an egg. I'm not being eaten as an egg. So like how would you feel? What human do you want to eat your human body? Vor with Shimada, vor with Tiger. Oh God, no, no, I do not want to be eaten by Shimada. Please no. So I guess if I had to answer this question, who I'd be eaten by, if I had to be eaten by, I don't want to be eaten by someone, but if I had to be, let's say I'm on a desert island and dying, like it's me and someone else on a deserted island. There's no rescue and I'm dying. Okay, do with my corpse as you like. That's the only situation I'd be okay with that. But don't kill me and eat me. I would really appreciate you not do that. And as per my customs, don't burn me. If you're gonna eat me, make me a good meal. Don't ruin it. Ah, voice is killing me. Sorry. Next question. Are you planning on having a live 2D model? I believe I kind of already answered this to a degree. So I don't have any facial stuff. I don't have anything to track myself. So if I got one of those, like a webcam or like a phone that's not trash, I'd be down for that. But I've actually had two separate people ask me like, "Hey, your design's really simple, and I want to do some rigging practice. Can I rig you? A massively detailed anime egg. Exactly. I want to be the best egg possible. That'd be what I want to do. So yeah, people have asked me, said, "Hey, you want me to rig you? I can throw you together something. Like, it wouldn't be that hard." So I've had two people say that. I tell them like, "No, I appreciate that, but I'd rather just focus on my content and get better at it." Because as we see right now, I'm only an hour in with talking because I'm so used to having dead air. Doing an hour of just pure talking is killing my voice. So I clearly need more experience before I even think about that. So live 2D would want one. Not now though, but when I get the when I can buy a camera and get everything set up for that, I would totally do that. And then exactly, Little S does really good with PNG. That's what I want to do. I want to get as good as Little S with his PNG stuff. Egg and chicken related question. Who? Why not? I'll save that for the end. I have one more question. Then I'll take stuff from the audience. But yeah, Little S is amazing. I want to figure out how to do that. I want to learn how. I know he does like foot pedals and stuff. And so, last question. Why is the Binding of Isaac popular among eggs? I see you're referring to the Canadian egg, Northern Lion. I love his videos. Northern Lion's really great. When I was younger, I'd watch his Isaac videos before going to bed. I just put a video on, fall asleep to it, and that kind of makes Isaac really relaxing to me. It's maybe not playing it's relaxing because playing it can be a rather oh man, I haven't heard that name in forever. I have not looked at. I've not watched a Northern Lion video in years, but he is a Canadian egg that loves Isaac, and I'm an egg that loves Isaac as well. So what I'd do is I'd watch his videos before going to bed, and that kind of trained me. Where whenever I watch other VTubers play Isaac, I just get relaxed. It's very like relaxing to watch them. I guess Isaac does kind of look like an egg. I mean, there's the egghead transfer, the egghead item, which makes your head egg shaped. There's egg tears. There's egg sacs with spiders. A lot of eggs in Isaac. Eggsik. You know, syrup. You might be onto something. So yeah, I would. So yeah, I'd say like that's why I really like Isaac because he really got me into the game. I'd say. So whenever I'd watch someone like a VTuber play Isaac, I get reminded of those times where I'm falling asleep. Just those streams relax me. It's just really fun to just watch them. I don't feel like backseating stress. Like some people are like you're playing Isaac wrong. You missed a Tinted Rock. I'm like, man, this is rather fun. I just want to relax, watch them play. But like whenever other VTubers play it, I'm like, you know, I want to watch it. I'll just tune in to this, watch the VOD before going to bed or something. And I believe that is last question. Hey, let us now take questions. Oh, I clicked the wrong. Tinder Rock is a class. Oh, what about the pop play? Remember that? Ah, The Tinted Rock play. Oh man, that was. Now then, questions from the audience. I see Why Not had one first. Egg, chicken related question. Who do you want to sit on you? Oh, can I give the cop out answer and just say Chimkin? Or do you want like an actual like person of this group? Because I'll say chicken to not be embarrassed. Instead of who from here would be a yeah, Jinsai Kira is the cop out question. It, I don't know. I guess Koopa would be good. I mean, she has her own eggs. Koopa membership eggs. You know, they have the eggs, and then they have become the shell, and they become the turtle. So I mean, she's used to eggs. We all know that's the true answer, Meat Cave. Yeah. Yes. If I had to choose Kiara, if I had to choose not Kiara, like not a Hollow Ian, but like someone like an indie, I think Koopa would be good at it. Koopa's like very nice. Um, I don't know. I've not really thought about this question. I've not thought of who who VTubers would be nice to sit on me. I've not thought of that actually. So thank you for asking that question to make me think of that. Are there any other? What's your favorite dessert? Oh, my favorite dessert. I love chocolate, but I also love lemon. So I could combine them. If I could combine them, I'd make like chocolate lemon cake, some kind of like layer cake with chocolate and lemon. That would be my favorite dessert. Just anything sour is good as well. I like sour and I like chocolate. Those are like a really good combo. Not a good combo per se because chocolate and sour don't work well together, but separately, I like both. Gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I want to go. Lemon tart, yeah. Anything lemon related is like top tier. You can't go wrong with lemon. Lemon desserts, lemon stuff is underappreciated. Like you can do so much with lemons. You got lemon bars, lemon tarts, lemon cookies, lemon cakes. Um, Anything else? Because if not, I can start trying to look for someone to raid. Anyways, I went through my questions rather quickly. I had a, I think I had. What's your relationship with the Easter Bunny? Oh, why not? That's a great question. Ah, rabbits. Rabbits are rather maybe. I'm a fan of rabbits. They're nice. Although Easter Bunny does try to paint me every year. I gotta fight that bunny off. He's like, man, you're a giant Easter egg. Let's paint you. I'm like, no, don't paint me, bro. Don't paint me. Although this year I might do something special. For Easter, I want to do a full stream where I just draw other Chubas egg style, or just do Easter eggs themselves, like drawing on eggs. That's my plan. I want to do a egg stream where I just draw eggs. I have zero art skills, as you can see by my face. RP did that. That was not me. Syrup, that was all RP. She did that all that herself. In fact, she came up with that for not me, Syrup. So I cannot take any credit there. She is a really fantastic artist, and there's so many good artist VTubers. That's the face. That's exactly the face. I I'm impressed with the art VTubers. I'm more I'm not good at art. Reps is what I'm not reps, but I like to edit. I like to do image edits. Like some okay, I'm not the person doing the eye edits. If you see the person doing the Ryona eye edits, that's not me. I could do those. I have the skills to do those, but those are not me. I do other edits, though. Pull up. It's not me. It's someone else. For instance, oh, there we go. Image capture. Why is it? Like I did part of this. I did the recoloring. The head stuff was already done by someone else, but I did the recoloring and the. I also did not do the mouth face edits. That's not me either. Yeah, that's something I did. Let me see if I have another one. I have no skills of making real images. I just copy assets and try to make something out of that. Let's see if I have any other good edits to show off. Nah, I don't got much to show. But yeah, I do wonder who's behind those edits. They're scary. Those the eye edits and then also the Mao edits. I burned all those. I burned so many of those Mao photos during Little Inferno. I think that's why I think that's why the whole thing broke. It was just cursed. That's why my house was on fire. Not because of the combo I did, because of all that cursed in it. Okay. So we know your favorite Ian VTuber. Who's my favorite JP? Oh, you're starting. Yeah, that's great. That's actually that's a hard one because there's so many good JP ones. Like Nene's really good. I really like Oren's. Those the concerts with Kiara and them were like really fun because they work really well together. Sorry for my typing, just keeping the wrong letter. Let me look at the list of JP real quick, just get a full catch up on it because I haven't done my Hololive reps much at all. I barely get the chance to watch them. So that's Hachama's great, although she's like honorary EN, so like or Hato, that arc is just crazy. Non Hollow JPs. I don't really watch that many of them that much. So yeah, if I had to go, I'd say I really like Nene. I really liked Corone. Subaru is great. Just there's a lot of great talent there. As for non JPs, there was this one girl. She was JP. She's Yuna. She I don't, I don't know how to say her last name because it's Japanese, but she was one of the remember Yuna Desai, or I guess Desai Yuna was my favorite. Yeah, I'd say Yuna is one of my favorite non holo JPs. Although I don't get to catch her much as well either. Oh, and Syrup, yeah, you mentioned starting the fire. I burnt that down. Remember, I can't start another fire. I burnt my fireplace to the ground. Yeah, you're right, Nanoshi. There's really not a bad one. They're just so diverse. They're all great. They set the standard for a reason. And the Hollow Stars are great. Estelle's. I love this. The Apex tourney with Estelle was great. I don't even like Apex, but he made it fun. Hmm. Favorite clip? I don't really watch clips. I just I don't know. Random hollow. I'll take a random Kiara clip. I guess I don't really watch clips. Sorry. I just if you don't love Overru, like you're messed up. He's a fantastic person. He's he's winning, son. Only there was an Ian version of him. Just I know we always Ian Botan, Ian Ian Estelle. Yeah. I don't know. His bar concept is really cool. I know I kind of want to. I just wish I had. I wish I had like a tenth of the energy Kiara has for collabs and junk, because and collabs are fun. Do more in the future. Oh, your favorites aren't. Who are your favorites, Syrup? Oh, ours in con. Oh, yeah, I think it's like a long while back. I maybe saw a couple of her clips. That's about much as I did. I basically watched maybe like a few clips, and I'm like, man, clips are kind of okay. Or ARS, yep. I was like, clips are cool, but I just want to watch the live stream itself. I mean, I don't understand anything, but that's better than just clips because you like have live reaction. Yes, the dreaded. Yeah, the fact that they can go for like super long streams is so many. It's crazy that people that go for super long. Like I'm only doing an hour, and I'm only like, man, this is a long hour. They do like 13 hours. Like I see people do 24-hour streams. I'm like, how do you survive that? Like they're amazing. It's easy how well they do. Um, Anything else I haven't covered? I mean, games I want to DC week plan. Yeah, it's corporate, so it is the employer. Oh yeah, how? Okay, I've when the pace bin when the guy doing the music reps pace bin gets his thing done, I want to get good. I want to get good at singing. So I won't ever be Estelle tier because dude's fantastic, but I want to get good at singing. So I want to do like one day I want to try to do a long karaoke. I know my karaoke right now is rather soulful. I've been told it sounds like soul. I've been told before that someone was multi-stream drifting, and I sounded like I was the drunk neighbor in the background of the stream they were watching, which is hilarious, and I found it so funny, so like I don't mind it, but like, I'm like I want to be known for more than that. I want to do my music reps. So like, I mean, the Paceman it has a lot of resources, but it's just this is 100% excuse. I know this is an excuse, but it's just not well organized. I get rather overwhelmed. Like, man, what am I supposed to do first? Like, you want me to read books? You want me to watch videos? What do you want, Paceman guy? I want to do the upper reps for you. I'll watch Trimble, but I go to Trimble's video. I go to Trimble's channel. I'm like, Trimble, why do you have no playlists? You just have a ton of videos. I'm not sure which video I need to watch first. Yes, I want to sing well. A goal for this year. Well, it'll be long. It'll take me a long while to get good at it, but I want to do that. Being overwhelmed is natural. I guess that's true. You gotta a good starting point is always key. Just having a good starting point so you can actually make habits, because everything starts from the habits. Everything starts from the groundwork to turn something from just doing it once to doing it multiple times. So the repetition becomes pattern, pattern becomes habit, and then habit becomes your what you're doing. It's ingrained in the brain. Anything worth doing does take time, Nanashi. That is 100% correct. This is why you gotta start your reps and you gotta start them and stick to them because all of them. I mean, I guess they're not on reps anymore because I just kind of don't want to go that direction anymore. But it's just like, man, you gotta always do your reps. Take your meds, do your reps. That's egg advice for today. That's my egg advice. Okay, so no, totally answer. What are my long-term plans for the stream? That is a fantastic question. I've not thought that far ahead, but I have thought about this kind of. I want to get better at streaming so that I can actually be entertaining. I want to entertain as many people as I can. I'm not gonna go full Kiara numbers, 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 because I just want to have a good audience. I just want to provide content that can make people enjoy it. So I guess my plan is just get better at Zatsudans, get better at talking long term, so that I don't get out of like, I don't kill my voice after an hour and a half. I want to be able to play the games I like, but also just collab with a lot of people. I want to make friends. That's also a lot of things. Just making friends is fun. There's so many great people here that are just, I look up to them, but I also like want to just I want to stream with them. I want to play games with them. I want to. Ah man, I just it's such a wonderful community. Like some people might call this community trash, but it's not trash. It's treasures. It's just from trash to treasure. It's just so great. Uh, so like I want to stream often. I mean I am going to get a job, so I'm gonna do some life improvement reps to actually like improve my life and not be a heat leech. I want to actually get better, have my situation improved upon what it used to be. So stuff happened in my life, but I'm not gonna go on about that because who cares? It's my life. It's not a big deal. I just want to fix myself, fix my. One man's trash is another egg's treasure. Correct, Meats Cave. It's a trash because we live in a dumpster, but it's a wonderful community. So yeah, I want to I want to spread some joy. I want to help others. Like I know if I keep streaming out this one day, there might be someone who was inspired by me, and I'll be like, wow, you picked the wrong role model, kid, but good job. You're doing it yourself. I just want to stream for people. I just want to make people happy. That's my goal. Make people happy, improve their days. Also, just having fun myself because I want to play fun games. I have so many fun games. Just I want to share with others because it's just really fun to show off what you're passionate about. Oh yes, Bunzel, you're really good, Bunzel. Your streams are amazing. Everyone's so awesome. It's just such wholesomeness. Everyone's like nice and helpful. Like I sometimes like, man, do I want to message that person and bother them with my dumb question? But like, oh, they're nice people. I can ask them questions when I need help. Everyone's just, man, I'm getting so mushy. Like, yes, my long term goals are keep streaming, keep this up, do my stream reps, get a real face, stop being a PNG. I mean, I'll stay a PNG for a long while, but go to PNG, upgrade PNG, become a better PNG, maybe get some gifts, and then after that, get something that actually facial tracks. Maybe that looks really cool. I want to take the egg as far as it can be. I don't want to. Okay, initially my initial plan at the very start was like, you know what? I'll just do an egg PNG. It's temporary. Like I can hatch. Do you plan? I can hatch into something. Like my joke will be for a debut, I'll hatch. But then after I've done egg for so long, like, it's only been like a month. I'm attached to this crappy PNG. I am attached to being an egg. Like I was like, man, I'll do a cool thing about hatching into something cooler. Maybe I'll be a real boy or something. But no. I'm sticking an egg. I am going to stay an egg. Hatch into an egg with a body. Oh god, that body was cursed. No, oh man, speaking of cursed body eggs, let me pull up an image I did. Book related streams. Why not? I did say I want to do comic streams. Comic book reading. Okay, I know comic books aren't. Hatch into an egg. That's just an egg. Hatch into egg mind. Yes, that is. If I ever do get the full really cool. Okay. This is egg 2.0. This is egg with a hoodie because someone was saying hoodie Viords are the thing that everyone needs to do. Everyone needs to have a hoodie, right? They're just so popular. So like there we go. Egg hoodie 2.0. But anyway, for the future of the egg though, like scrambled. Yep. The Matryoshka eggs. I guess those Russian like nesting eggs. So hatch into an egg would probably be the joke I do when I do get like a live 2D or a 3D or just anything that's better than a PNG. But I do want to stick an egg. I don't want to stop being an egg. I know I was initially planning my initial thoughts were like I'm gonna be a dumb PNG. No one will care. No one will gonna watch it. But people are watching a dumb PNG right now, so I gotta get some good stuff if people are gonna watch me. So I do want to get a better egg. Um, I might want to do a photorealistic egg. That'd be a funny joke. Or just do a simple egg. Just egg, egg with assorted PNG hats. Oh, PNG hats. That's a great idea. I could totally do that. Someone actually made some edits of that before. I save like all the edits I ever get. Like, what's an edit someone didn't? Oh, sorry, Frenchman, if you're here. Someone did this edit, and I was like, man, that's a really nice one. Oh, the Ryoni edit. Yeah, that was interesting. Egg. So yes, I know Magic Zero. That was I'm not sure why someone did that. I have no clue why they did that edit, but they did it, so I saved it. Why? Why did you rob Carol? I had to I had to borrow her hat real quick to see how she does her read-alongs from manga. So yeah, I will stay an egg. I will not stop being an egg. I will stay egg for as long as I can stream. Because eggs are cool. Eggs are just fun. It's unique. I know like people always complain about just all the male voivoids looking the same, but I'd say the males like in this community are like really cool. They all look amazing. I like their looks, but I'm like, you know what? I know an egg is probably filtering people, but I don't care if I get filtered. I just want to be an egg. Eggs are just fun. It's silly. I could probably do better if I had a real person because real people connect better to it. You know what? Maybe let's make my egg look more photorealistic. Maybe that'll work. Look like a real egg. Yeah, reading wouldn't be able to make me talk longer, so the high def egg. Yep. Yes, reading streams would be fun. That's what I'm gonna do for comics. I'm gonna do. Actually, year one is a long comic. I'd probably have to split that up into multiple days. I'd have to do like multiple chapters of year one because write me a comic. It's a egg two reading emoting, getting cracking when stressed. Oh, that's a great idea. That's I gotta write that down. That's an amazing idea. Oh man, that's uh, see what I was wanting to do is if I was going to be like high def, I want to actually make my face like, my facial features look really sharpy. Like I want to make it like look like sharpie smears. Because that's what this was originally. This is just me at work being lazy, like not washing stuff because the shift is like almost over. We have no more dishes. I'm just sitting back. I have a pile of hard-boiled eggs that no one ate. I pull out a Sharpie. I just start doodling on them, and I draw a face. Draw that face. I take a photo of that face. You see that face right now. I'd want to do something like that where it's. I was gonna do a hyper-realistic high-def egg. I want the face to be Sharpie, like actually look like a Sharpie, like a. You can see like the smearing and the smudging. That's what I would do. That would be I still have the commission for that because I do not have the art. I do not have the art ability for that at all. I barely have the art ability to make emotes, as you can see from the one I did. It was a bit rough, but I got it done. Yeah, I want to do. I want to be able to talk longer. I want to sing better. For oh yeah, for I gotta have the eyes and tears. I kind of do have that already. I have multiple images made for streams, but I just never quote unquote rigged them because I could do that though. I could actually yeah. Yeah. I have crying eyes. Like I have tear mode. I I guess what I gotta do is get hotkeys so I can hotkey key motions on and off. That'd work. That would actually work really well. I don't have foot pedals like Snake, but you know I could do emotes. I could. Yeah, my rigging is basically okay. You know the collab the okay. You know the reactive collabs like you people have the collabs like it goes from a dark image to a light image that jumps up a little bit. That's what I have right now. Although I just have it so that when I'm not talking, I'm not dark. If you need easy hotkeys, look into a keyboard like a Logitech G series. Yeah, I've never thought about keyboards at all. I have like a $10 keyboard that was bundled with my monitor pretty much. I've never really I mean I love the cool like clicks and like the sounds and all that stuff. Oh, resets then. Oh, inside that's a well, I'm gonna write that down. I gotta go to that. The G15 G105 three sets. I don't have money, so that'll be in the future after I get a job. Yeah, I've wanted to play some RTSs in the future because like hey RTS looks fun and I could play co-op with people which would be really really cool. I don't have the money for it, so I'm like you know what I'll wait. Find them for 60 or. You know, if we ever get the Corona cash, I'll maybe I'll waste some of that on it. Nah, I gotta be responsible. Oh, they did Warcraft 3. Yeah, foot pedals is what Snake uses. I've heard people talk about him using foot pedals, which that would work really well for keyboard for games like keyboard and mouse or like we had two hands. But I might just like dedicate like I don't know what I used to do is I had a multiplayer Victoria 2 session where I'd play like me and like 20 other people would be playing nations and I had to push to talk, so I had to look through every key bind in the game, like which key is unbound so I can push to talk. So I use C for talking. But I do know for some games I might just be able to find buttons that are not needed. A foot pedal for push to talk. That's actually. Huh. I've never really thought about foot pedals. Oh, numpad. Would it detect the numpad different? A numpad that's right by my finger for mouse. I could just quickly tap over, tap. You guys are really helpful. That's the best part of this community. You guys are so helpful. It's just I gotta thank y'all a ton because I couldn't do this alone. I'm just I don't have the egg. My egg brain is just not built for this stuff alone. So like just going to places, just asking people like, hey, what should I do for this? And everyone's like, hey, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Oh, never thought about that. I never would have thought. Like I was like someone for the DC week I'm wanting to do this week, not this week, next week or the week after that. But someone's like, hey, you should talk to this VTuber. They do manga reading. I was like, you know what? I'll message them, and they were very nice. So yeah, thank you all so much. Just I can never be like too thankful for this. It's just, I feel so grateful I get to do this. Like, it was Carol, yes. Oh yeah, no, I said that before. I talked to Carol. Carol is a fantastic person to talk to. She's very nice. Carol is just she's a very sweet girl. I know she just has her stuff going on that I don't want to mess with. Oh, joking. Yeah, thank you, Buns. Yes, she was very pleasant. I almost want to. I almost want to commission her. Like, as I said, my money is tight, so I can't commission her. But once I get this job, I will totally commission her. Her art style is so cute. It's a very great art style. I love what she's doing with it. It's amazing. I bet I could make a really nice egg. Yeah. I believe that's it for questions. It's been an hour and a half. But yeah, that's the thing. My design is so minimalist. I. That's what it can make it easy and hard to do emotes. Like I was like, man, I'm so minimalist that I want to make sure that like you actually get a good reaction from it without having it be boring. So when people draw me, it's like when I see fan art every so often. Like I'm like, wow, you actually did really cool. You made like you turned my simple thing into something really cool. Like I gotta show it off real quick because it's really cool. I also need to set things up for commissions. I gotta make the I have some PayPal issues with my other PayPal account, so I haven't had a chance to oh, the train one. Yeah, that was really funny. Actually, I think I got that one right here. Giant. This one. I got rid of my background. Whoops. Yeah, I don't want to pay for commission just being oval. I mean, honestly, it'd be worth it if I was just an oval. It's what I get for my design. Oop. Yep, there goes the background. No eggshell background anymore. You know, it's fun seeing what people do with this design. It's very it's restrictive, which I'd say being restrictive can be You spent money on a plushie today. Did you get the which one did you get? Syrup. I saw you got the Pecora one. That's good taste. I saw Ira was having some issues with that. I was like, I feel bad. Rough. I just I really wish that Hololive would get better. They need logistics in the West. They need logistics. Which is why I'm so glad Kiara's birthday is the latest of Ian, because I'm hoping that by the time her birthday rolls around, they have actually got something logistical set up in America and North Americans. Because hey, she's the last birthday, so I mean they're incompetent usually, but they might get something set up so that I don't have to pay half my budget for shipping. Still waiting for the light stick. Man, that's yeah. The shipping is crazy. I mean, you gotta realize the situation of the world we're in right now, which is also impacting shipping times. But like, why do you have to make the shipping price be like a third the actual price? It's just ridiculous. It's yeah. So I know you don't really you don't pick your Oshi. It just happens. I'm glad I have Kiara for mine because like I don't gotta buy the merch from everyone else when it's still such that ridiculous system where like half your purchase is budget and is half your purchase is the shipping cost and then it takes like forever to ship over. I bought the um I bought the Christmas shirt, not the Christmas shirt, the first merch shirt, the Ian drawing that Kiara did. I like hey I gotta buy it, buy it. I bought it and it still has not. It's still taking its sweet time. Yeah, good luck on that plushie syrup. I hope it gets there soon, and I hope it wasn't. Hope it doesn't have any issues there because it is when I'm reading a pain. It's live right now. Oh god, the Pecora wine guy. Oh gosh, I feel bad from like I don't drinks of course because as I said I'm quote I'm straight edge I guess whatever that is. I just don't drink because I can't because I would screw myself over if I did that. I would bad choices would happen. Bad things would happen if I drank, so I don't drink. So even I felt that I'm like I don't do wine, I don't do anything alcohol related, but man, that sucks if you just bought that and you just couldn't even drink it. The Pecora wine guy just I felt that I was like, oh that hurt. I've had times when I shipped something and it came and broken. It came broken. I was like, man, why'd you have to break it? I could have just came fixed like correct. I'm just wondering like how did they? You know, that is rather lucky so they've had nothing break. I think what I had break was rather minor, so I wasn't that annoyed at it. But it was just like, man, why did my day have to start like this? I opened the package. I'm like, man, I'm so excited for my package. I'm like getting something cool. I'm like, wait, that's not supposed to look like that. Oh, you like that game? Oh, you like that? Yeah, you're right, Meat Cave. It's manufacturing, not packaging. I know people like to give deliverers crap, but the shipping is supposed to be able to if they shipped it correctly and had the right amount of structural support, it would be fine. It's almost never the fault of the actual transport itself. It's the actual initial shipping where the issue would happen. Because if you don't have your stuff set correctly, it's not gonna be good. Because it's gonna be airmailed or something, and that's just gonna tumble so much. So like if it can't survive the plane travel, then like it was already screwed up before the delivery man touched it. Because like the delivery man ain't doing nothing. It was the air travel and junk and just the tumbling and all that. Yeah, PC parts. I always get worried when I bought those. I used to from the years of 2008 to 2016. I used a PC from 2008. It wasn't even a good PC from 2008, but for nearly a decade, I used a mid-range '08 PC for all those years, and I couldn't play any new games. And I built my first PC after that. I was like, man, got the money now. Let's build a PC. I built it, and I was like, man, I was like, every time I was like opened a package, I was like so terrified I was gonna see something shattered in there. I was like, oh no, what if the GPU is like exploded? What if the graphics card is split in half? Luckily, nothing happened. Nothing bad. It works. Man, just shipping, buying and shipping those parts is just terrifying. I'm like, no, why don't break? So, anything else? Or would you like to join a raid? Last call for questions. I take that as sign that I can raid. Okay. Let me pull a smart move and check the person before they are check if they're actually like ending their stream or not. Move. Not raid somewhere they're almost done. That's... They're still going, so I'll raid them. It's obvious I'm gonna raid. They're the only one like on right now. Well, they're not the only one. I raid the lowest of who I follow. Although I need to follow more people. Inform negative. Okay, let's raid RP. Raid RP. RP. There we go. Thank you all for coming, everybody. That was really good. I hope you learned a lot about me. Well, not too much. I gotta keep my OPSEC, but hope you learned enough to realize what I like to do. I like to play games, and I'm going to do a DC week. I'm gonna read comics. I'll do reading right now.